Sir, do you know why I pulled you over?
Speeding?
No, it's because your intro sucks. Please step out onto the curbside.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Curbside Podcast, a podcast where we talk about cars and everything to do with cars. My name is Jeff. I drive the S2000 kind of Honda. I am from the Taiwanese kind of America, and I am from the southern kind of California.
Nice. Well, I drive something similar to a 2016 M3. My name is supposedly Parth, and I'm near the Bay Area of the Northern Californias.
I'm going to be normal, and my name is Andrew. I drive a 2014 Evo 10 MR and a 2015 Subaru BRZ, living in Northern California, Bay Area.
Big week last week.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, yeah.
I already forgot. This guy already forgot. Hey, Doug, if you're listening, Jeff already forgot about you.
Who's Doug?
Wow. That's rude.
But it's starting to like open back up in the world, huh?
I'm about to start my flight school apparently again. It's Monday. So back to the grind. Let's see how long that lasts, to be honest.
Yeah, because let's be honest, the cases aren't going down right now, so
they're going up. If you go back to flight school, Parth, you can go pick Jeffrey up in LA, and then you can come up here and then film some car stuff.
That's what I'm thinking, but apparently there's still a rule that you can start flight school, but you can't have anyone flying with you who's not your instructor, or if they're not from your same house, which I'm like, what difference does it make at this point if you're opening it up?
It's so true, right? It's like you're still like spreading it all around.
Yeah, I live with Jeffrey pretty much. I lived with him for 4 years, so who knows?
Exactly. Same household still.
Yeah, just in the past.
Yeah. Well, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Wear your masks.
If you live in California, Gavin Newsom made it mandatory now that if you're out in public, throughout all California, you have to have a face mask on.
Yeah.
Also, full disclosure, a face mask on your chin is not a face mask. That's a chin guard. Put it over your nose and over your mouth, you fucking idiots.
Just don't wear it then, at that point.
Or it's just like over your mouth. It's like, okay. What about your nose? Do you breathe out of that too? Does shit come out of your nose too? Yes.
No, it's just the mouth breathers. The mouth breathers.
That's so true. Fucking mouth breathers. That's why I don't get it. Also, masks are not that uncomfortable. Get over it, you fucking...
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not running or doing physical exercise, dude, like, it's not that bad.
Andrew's an angry man right now because, well, I understand
why. Fucking bitches, man. Whining. What the fuck are you complaining about? Put a mask on. Shut up.
All right. What are we doing today? Talking about cars or something? Is that
what this podcast is about?
Well, then let's roast some of the cars that we hate.
All right. Well, I hate the Toyota Prius. Now, let me explain. Yes. The car itself, there's nothing particularly wrong with it.
Except it has no power and a crappy interior.
Yeah, but like people who buy them. The problem is, Toyota made this car, right? And then they go and do this weird... That was one of the first cars to have like a weird dash. And it was the first car that came out where MPG was right in your fucking face. Like, hey, look at what happens to your MPG if you press the gas. So all these shitters that bought Priuses, right? They were like, oh, if I press the gas less hard, the car gets more gas. And that's why you get Prius drivers driving about 45 miles per hour on the freeway.
Yeah, because it encourages slow driving. Because if you drive a Prius fast, it might as well be a normal car. I mean, it'll save a little more than a regular car, but if you like mash a Prius, you're still going to get crap MPG.
Toyota single-handedly has promoted stupid driving with this car. And that's why I hate it. Like, they have literally empowered the dumbest drivers to be like, yes, go ahead, be more fucking stupid. Yeah, it's fine. That's how you're supposed to drive this car. And that's why I hate this car. And the fucking people that have these cars think it's the best shit on the fucking planet. Like, they'll compare your Prius to your fucking M3. And you're like, why are you comparing these two cars?
Other than the hybrid, the good MPG and whatnot, which is the reason why you buy a Prius. But the rest of the car is honestly
It's a
pretty
shit
garbage.
box.
Yeah,
Yes.
the interior
looks
is garbage. It looks terrible. It's got this
There's no
stupid
power.
little gear selector thing. That's
The little little dildo on the side.
Before, I'm not defending the Prius, but I just want to ask: have any of you guys driven a Prius for an extended period of time?
Haven't driven, but have sat in.
not extended
Jeffrey, have
period
you?
of time.
Okay, so I rented a Prius off of Turo to drive from San Francisco down to LA
On purpose?
on purpose,
Oh.
Wow.
and I kind of liked it.
In what way? Now you need to explain.
Explain.
Okay, so more often than not, we found ourselves going way too fast because of how comfortable the ride was. We would like be on Highway 5 and we'd like look down, like, oh shit, we're going 90.
It can do
And it was
90?
like-
No way.
No way.
It has that sort of power.
It was pretty comfortable, and it got us from LA into LA, or from San Francisco into LA County on the same tank of gas.
Well, yeah. That's
Yeah,
why you
yeah.
buy a
I mean,
Prius.
that's why you buy a Prius.
But yeah, like that was amazing, and like just how comfortable it was, and like the shifty thing. It's like it's not that much different than what a BMW has. nowadays.
Okay. No, it's
Dude,
completely
it's the same little
different.
fucking thing. You just fucking
Nah, dude.
It's
that
one little
shit-
stick.
It's like on the side. It's like it's like up on the side with a wheel. Like
It just
some
doesn't
sort
look
of
as
like
cool.
it's jank.
Whatever happened to like proper gear selectors, by the way?
Like the column mounted ones.
Or just
Is that proper or what?
The-
What do you
no,
The
talking
one-
ones that move.
ones that move to the gear you want it to, you know? Like
It's
nowadays,
not
all these
modern.
cars have all these like dials and these like things that buttons, things that just go back into place.
Which ones? Ones that have the dials? Is it Range Rover and Jaguar?
That was like, it's like Chrysler products, Range Rover products, Jaguar products.
Kia has it too, right? Or no?
I don't know. All of them were just like not gear selectors anymore.
I think it's just cleaner and takes up less space.
I guess
And like
so.
less moving parts, so
Yeah.
mechanically
Yeah.
better.
But I feel like there's like a better way to do that, right? Like you could still make it digital and whatnot and smaller, but just at least make it move so you know where it is.
I will still agree to the fact that BMW, maybe not anymore, but definitely during like 2011 through like 16, made the most fucking confusing shifters on the market because
the M ones, right?
the M ones, dude, the M ones, like with the DCT transmission ones, you had like, holy shit, there's no park, like indicated park. So you turn off the car in neutral or in gear, and apparently it'll automatically put it in park. You put it in reverse by going left and up just a little bit, and then if you want to go into drive, you put it back and you click it once over, it's in drive. Click it once over again, it's in manual drive. It was just confusing as shit. That little BMW one, that was the most confusing one ever. But yeah, I know Prius. I primarily don't like it because Toyota empowered these people. You know, empowering stupidity. Yes, we like stupidity. We embrace it.
If you notice Prius drivers, there's like two groups. They're either going fast as fuck,
Yes.
weaving through traffic, or they're going slow as fuck.
and
holding
I
up
always
traffic.
I always believe in, just like you said, you guys are doing like 90 going down the freeway and stuff. The Prius
Yeah.
drivers that are hauling ass
They're
definitely
rentals.
or they definitely own a different car as well.
I just really don't like the way the new Prius looks. Honestly, the one before
like
that, it's all right. The new ones with this weird like Lexus grill taillight type deal.
Well, that one they
Oh,
copied off
gosh.
the Mirai, the expensive, the
Oh,
premium.
gosh, that's even worse.
All I'm saying is, if you're okay with a really boring daily driver, Prius is really good. Like the cargo space was amazing too. The ride was super comfortable, dude. It was quiet.
It's an
amazing.
appliance. It's an appliance for these people. The ones that buy that, it's just like
Yeah, it's
it's
a
like how you
car.
treat a washing machine. Yeah, exactly.
It gets you from A to B.
Don't say that. People who say that,
It's like most people.
fucking special, dude. Fucking special.
You probably have
Like-
to understand we're a unique breed of person.
But you have to also understand that people don't understand that besides your house, your car's the second most place you spend your time in.
True.
So if you can't even like regard that with a little bit more of like a, you know, importance than A to B, I'm just like, oh, why the fuck do you, like, you know, why are you spending hella money on that toilet then, dog? Motherfuckers are spending more on toilets than cars.
Are they really?
Yes, dude. You've
don't
seen
think
these
so.
toilets, dude? Fucking Kohler toilets, dude. Dude, they're next level. Like, they have more features than the fucking Prius.
Hey man, if they're spending that much on a toilet, I'm guessing they're not buying a Prius either.
No, dude. Dude, there's motherfuckers that live in nice-ass houses, real nice-ass houses, have, like, good income and shit, take nice vacations. That's good. You like those things more. You prioritize them more. I respect that. You may not be a car person. That's fine. But then you go and buy a fucking Prius. That's literally saying, I don't care about one portion of my segment of my life at all. I don't care care how anyone sees me, cares, or whatever.
Nah, dude, those people buy Model X's.
I mean, people who buy Teslas are the ones who graduated from a Prius anyway. So, like, that's just a different argument altogether. The Prius driver's dream car. Yeah. The Prius driver's dream car is a fucking Tesla. Every single Prius driver that's made money goes and buys a Tesla.
All right, let's move on to the next car.
Yeah.
What were we talking about again?
Priuses? No, worst cars.
Worst
cars ever. I don't know. Like when we're talking about worst cars ever, I don't really have a specific one. I just think about all the like that garbage that was made in like the 80s and 90s by like America and Korea. Those sort of cars. You know, like the Mercury. I don't know if LeSabre, is that the same brand?
Bro,
or
my
the
neighbor
Buick
has
LeSabre or something like that.
My neighbor has this called the Mercury Marauder. It's like a Crown Vic ripoff.
Oh yeah. That's all they did. They just rebadged it. Pretty much any American car from the 90s to early 2000s, trash.
Yeah.
And I think prime examples are, the two Chevy bubble cars.
Oh, the old retro design thing?
Yeah, the pickup truck style shit.
The SSR and the HHR. What the hell? Like, that didn't fit into any, like, style or...
That was around the time that one car was also being made, right? The bicycle, it looked like a weird-ass, like, jank F1 car. Plymouth?
The Plymouth Prowler.
Prowler, that one. Yeah, that was around the same time, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
I feel like
was just on some shit.
That was the same era as, like, the PT Cruiser, too.
Oh, dude. That might be worse than the Prius.
Yeah, the SSR, the HHR, designed by the same dude, I think.
Oh, I see it. I believe that. It's so ugly. It's not a good retro. It's not even a good standalone thing. It looks like a fucking, like, I don't know, Cat in the Hat looking ass car.
But I'll tell you what, though. I'll take those over, like, whatever the heck they were making also during that time period.
Like a base model V6 Mustang?
Was that what they were making? I'm just thinking about all those, like, rental fleet cars. Like the old Malibu,
base
the old
model
Impala.
V6 Mustang.
Oh, let me tell you, fucking rental car. Chevy Aveo.
Oh, God.
Do you remember, Jeffrey? My mom got one of these as a rental.
Yeah.
It was just crazy. It felt like you were sitting inside like a play place from McDonald's. Everything was so plastic.
Americans loved plastic.
Yeah, and
cheap plastic too.
And like 0 to 60 felt like 2 years.
It wasn't until the last 10 years that American cars started becoming like relatively relevant again.
Yeah.
And it started with Ford, because Ford started making decent economy cars.
Because they just drew from their like
European market. Yeah.
Their cars were much better than the ones we got. Like the old Focus. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, it really felt like if these American companies weren't doing like muscle cars and trucks, they didn't give a shit about anything else that they were making.
Yeah, that was not a fun time of American car design.
Yeah, and not even just American cars. Do you remember the Toyota Echo?
Oh boy.
Oh no. I always get that confused with the first generation Prius.
It's just like, it screamed like really, really cheap. And like, not to bash like cheap cars, because people use them to get from A to B. But like, it's such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And like for Toyota to make something like that too, I think they stooped way too low.
I want to talk about a car from the other side of the spectrum. A Ferrari.
Ooh.
This is the worst Ferrari ever made. The Ferrari Mondial.
It's a bad Ferrari when you could get it for 40 grand on eBay.
Or less. Dude, this car, I don't understand what Ferrari thought. So it's, specs. It was a mid-engine 2+2. The last V8 mid-engine 2+2 that Ferrari ever made.
I kind of miss those 2+2s.
The Gemera is a mid-engine 2+2.
Yeah,
there
that's
you
like
go.
the only one so, like these days.
It made 296 horsepower, which is incredibly low by Ferrari standards, even by that time period. And it looks like shit.
It looks terrible.
Yeah,
it looks so bad, dude. And this is supposed to be the predecessor, or predecessor? I don't know English. Which one's the one that comes after?
Successor.
This is the successor to the Ferrari 308. How did you go from a 308, which is one of the best looking Ferraris ever, to this fucking Mondial?
It looks like a stretched MR2.
I was just about to say
that. It does. With a Ferrari badge on it. And you know what looks even worse? The Mondial, the convertible one.
Oh, yeah. That one really looks like it.
It looks literally like a land yacht.
Yeah.
Dude, you say 40 grand. I just found one on Bring a Trailer that sold for 21.
What?
Wow.
Okay, for 21, I might buy it just because
That's
it's a
less
Ferrari.
than my Evo.
I have a Ferrari. Oh,
Yeah,
man,
like
but
if you really try to flex with people who don't know shit, that's a good buy.
No, man, just get an old MR2, paint it red, and slap a Ferrari badge on it.
Yeah, what's the difference?
If that's the crowd you're going for.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh man, the interior is so bad. It does have a gated shifter though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like me a gated shifter.
Like, how do you have a company like Pininfarina, which designed some of the most beautiful cars ever, and then
Yeah.
they make this?
Speaking of the worst cars ever, I know in Top Gear, when they named the worst car ever, they named the Lexus SC 430. I look at that now. Yes, it looks kind of interesting, and I'm sure it doesn't drive all too fantastic.
It
but
drives horrible. My friend owned one. My good friend owned one of
Yeah.
them. His parents owned one of these, and that was the first car they fucking gave him once he got his license. And this motherfucker would drive around in an SC 430 convertible. We almost died like once in that car because, well, first of all, he's an idiot, and second of all, the car is dog shit. And this was before Top Gear named it the worst car ever.
Yeah.
So when they named it the worst car ever, I was like, I agree with that shit.
Yeah.
Especially a car that almost killed us.
Yeah, so I was looking at it, okay, and it's designed after like a French yacht or something.
Is it really?
It's something like that. But I look at it, it still looks expensive.
No, it doesn't.
No.
The only
didn't
reason
age
it
well
does,
at all.
yeah,
Really?
it didn't at all.
no.
dude.
it's like
maybe
shit.
not. Okay.
The only reason you might be thinking that is because it has a Lexus badge.
Yeah.
I don't know. I look at other Lexuses. I don't think it looked that expensive.
Especially that Lexus that looks like a Camry or Corolla.
Yeah.
Camry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's after an Avalon. It's on an Avalon chassis.
Yeah, because I don't know. The Lexus badge doesn't do that for me, but I don't know. I've seen it in like that champagne gold. It doesn't look fantastic, but
Dude,
it still looks pricey for me.
I've driven that car, and it drives like a yacht, so they did good on that. It literally is like woo woo woo. Engine makes a nice note because it had a V8. That's it. It just like that's it. Like there was so much wind noise with the top down at freeway speeds, which in a decent convertible that shouldn't happen. Almost killed us. Looked horrible.
It's just ugly. It didn't look good
yeah.
back then. It still doesn't look. I think it looks worse, even worse now.
Yeah.
Okay, outvoted.
Yeah. Get off the show. What?
All right. Bye, guys.
While we're on Lexus convertibles, I just want to say Lexus should stop making convertibles.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, seriously.
The IS convertibles, total failure too. Like, that thing sucks.
Yeah.
You don't take a sedan, make a coupe version, and then, even worse, make it a convertible. Like, it just doesn't work.
Nope.
Yeah.
Definitely does not.
All right. Well, with our ranting behind us, why don't we go to our break?
All right. Why not?
All right. Welcome to our break. Feels like it's been a while since a break, huh?
It's been like, well, the week before that we didn't do an episode, so
Yeah. What, did we? Oh, well,
No, we
we
didn't.
didn't record
yeah.
that week. That's why. I was like, what do we say during the break nowadays?
Socials.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you guys want to check us out, there's the curbsidepodcast.com where you'll find the links to all our things. And we have a giveaway going on.
Yeah, we have a giveaway. We are giving away a $100 gas card. All you have to do to enter is subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just look us up on YouTube. Subscribe there. Follow us on Instagram at the Curbside Podcast. And comment your favorite dream car on episode 33, and you will be entered. Once we hit 100 subscribers and 100 followers, we will give that away. So enter now. $100 of gas, you and the boys going out for a drive for free.
Yeah. Hit us up. We'll join too if you're like in our areas.
Yeah.
We'll use some of the gas we gave you. Yeah.
Yeah. Fill up our tanks too.
Hey, bro, let me borrow that 100 I gave you.
Yeah. But yeah, enter that giveaway. You can find us on social media at Instagram at the Curbside Podcast, on Twitter at Curbside Pod, and Facebook at the Curbside Podcast.
And send us an email about anything. You want to sponsor us? Want to ask us a question?
You want to be on the
Send us
show?
Want to be on the show? Yeah. Email is thecurbsidepodcast@gmail.com. So, yeah.
All right, back to the show.
Now that we got you loose, oh, I can hear the birds waking up.
Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning. It's been a Craig My Ride. Welcome to Craig My Ride, the part of the podcast where we go over cars that have been well modified for the Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. Guys, have you guys heard of rat rods?
Yes.
Kinda.
They're kind of like these hot rods that aren't like, they got some patina on it.
You have a nice natural patina.
Yeah. Oh, nice and rusted. Well, I found on eBay a rat rod like no other. Here we go. Here it is. Boom.
Wow.
That's some Mad Max shit.
So can you describe to me what you're seeing, guys?
Mad Max.
It's a slammed snowplow.
Are you sure they didn't drive this in Mad Max? It looks like that car that the main people were in that one scene in the new Mad Max.
Sure.
I don't even know what to say. There's two truck chassis, like...
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. If COVID starts getting crazy and people start ending up like World War Z, I want one.
All right, I'm going to go through some of these pictures with you, all right? I just want to show you. So we got the snowplow in the front.
That's not a snowplow, Jeffrey. That's to drive through the bodies
plow.
of dead zombies. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I want you guys to see where the engine is, all right? Right there.
Oh my god.
See, that's smart, because when people are shooting at you... Is it road legal?
Okay, well, here you go. Here's the description for y'all, all right? Description on eBay says, 1943 Ford Burma Jeep bomb carrier rat rod.
Bomb carrier?
Before we go into the rest of it, I looked up 1943 Burma Jeep, Ford Burma. And if you guys are listening to this, you'll find it on a article on Silodrome, Gasoline Culture. It's called The Rare Ford Burma Jeep, a World War II era 4x4 truck capable of almost anything. And this is what it originally looks like.
That's awesome.
Did they drive it in Burma by any chance?
Maybe. And this is how it carried bombs. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
That's scary.
It's like a trail of little tiny trailers carrying individual bombs behind it.
That's lit.
Imagine driving that through gunfire.
Gosh, I hope not.
I like it. He has a license plate that says explosives. In case, you didn't know what those were.
Yeah. Hey, that's way more fun than a wide load.
Yeah. Driving through the freeway with that shit behind you.
And so that has been converted to what you see on eBay now. And it looks like he just glued another chassis to the front of it.
Yeah, he just welded a whole chassis in front of it.
Yeah.
Like a truck chassis.
I kind of like it, dude.
Well, let's read the description. This is a well-built... It actually, reading the description, I believe that. This is a well-built, custom rear pusher diesel rat rod. The truck was a 1943 Burma Jeep bomb carrier during the war. Had to remove the crane from the bed to fit in my garage, but it goes with it if you want it.
It comes with the crane. I love it.
Drivetrain from an international school bus.
Nice.
Drives straight and handles very well. The engine gov... What's an engine gov? Oh, okay. Kicks in at 75. It could go 75 miles per hour.
That's terrifying.
Faster than a Prius, considering the weight.
And gets 17 mpg.
That's better than my Evo.
That's better than the RX-8 I used to have. It probably weighed like a lot less.
Yeah, 17 is really good.
That's
Has
diesel.
a 40-gallon fuel tank. Oh, that's true. That is diesel.
Yeah.
Has power steering.
Nice.
Air brakes. Nice. Allison 5-speed automatic transmission. All gauges and lights work and is street legal and currently registered in Arizona. Front windows fold out for a cool look. Has a rear camera so you can see all the traffic behind when driving. It was built 3 years ago and is driven all the time. This is my favorite part. You can drive it home or we can load it onto your trailer. What
trailer
is gonna fit this? And guys, I wanted to show you guys this interior. It's kind of cool. It matches the.
Oh wow!
What's the tank for?
I don't know, but he has set the instrument cluster in a tank of whatever it was, helium, explosives.
Looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, look, it's got one of those modern freaking,
Push
gear
button.
selectors that we were talking about.
I wonder if the up down is to like change gears.
Maybe. Oh, look at that! I
kind of want this.
Gas tank in front of your face.
I don't feel like there's actual gas in it, though.
No, it has to. They have to put the gas somewhere for it to move.
It's not in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Look at the door handle. It's a little
Awesome.
submarine hatch door handle.
If you want attention, this is it.
No shit. If you want police attention, this is it.
If I was one of those preppers, I'd buy this. Just in case.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
With the crane. Definitely the crane.
Look at the size of it. Look at it compared to like
The pickup trucks
the
over there.
pickup trucks in the background.
Like two of
It's-
them.
Yeah, it's massive.
Just
What
the wheels are
trailer?
huge.
I don't know what trailer this guy has in mind that will fit.
You need a full like 18-wheeler
Yeah.
trailer.
Also on the plow, you see these little two stick things sticking
Yeah,
out.
like the snowplows have.
Yeah, this is definitely to like tell you this is where the front of the car is.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I like it.
If you guys want that, it is on eBay. 1943 Ford Rat Rod
15 grand?
for $15,500.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, and it comes with a crane if you want it.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That
You don't
is
have to
Crane
worry
by
about
Ride
parking
this week.
blocks. When you go park.
All right, the news. So, guys, news. Have you guys seen the new? I guess it's the Kia Sedona, the minivan.
Saw it a few.
Yeah, I saw a rendering, yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
It does.
Yeah.
Now, here's why I want to talk about it. All right, Kia doesn't want you to call it a minivan anymore. It is now a grand utility vehicle.
I know, dude. Not another category.
Okay, first of all, Kia's not allowed to do that. Kia, shut up.
That's it, Kia. You're done. Andrew has spoken. You're not allowed to do it.
There's too many of these like different weird categories right now. I know BMW invented the SAV.
Fucking stupid,
sports
dude.
activity
Sports activity vehicle. That's what they give a name to car that it's not an SUV. It is not a car. Like, because it can't be good at both of those things.
Yeah, it's some weird like half in between thing. But this looks like a good looking minivan.
Yeah, that looks
No,
awesome.
you can't call it
no,
that.
it's a minivan.
It's a grand utility vehicle.
Minivan. It's a nice minivan. A good looking minivan.
You're upsetting Kia
I don't
so
care.
hard right now. Kia's gonna send you a cease and desist letter because you don't call it a grand activity. What is it called?
Where are they gonna send? Where are they gonna seize or
Don't talk.
desist?
They're gonna say, "Don't talk about her shit unless you call it a grand activity vehicle."
No, I will never own anything Kia, so they have nothing to seize or desist. Fuck them. It's a fucking minivan, Kia. Shut up.
They're gonna say, "Don't say her brand name anymore."
Yeah, I already said it's nice. All right.
It's a nice looking minivan.
Yeah,
Grand
looks
activity
good.
vehicle.
There's no problem with calling it a minivan because that's what it is.
Kia wants to be cool so fucking bad.
They're really
K5.
trying on that.
Shut
that
up.
Brand
K5.
reversal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I had
It's
to
a
say about
minivan.
it. Yeah.
It is
That's what it
minivan.
is.
I don't know why they're trying to create a new market. And you know what the funny thing is? BMW's gonna feel like some sort of way like threatened by this and they come out with a new division too.
Grander.
Grander activity vehicle. The best activity
Yeah,
vehicle.
best activity vehicle. This one just came out, but I kind of roasted it when it first came out. And like I always do, I changed my mind about it. 2021 Lexus IS.
The new Lexus IS.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I like it.
New is a stretch.
Yeah, it's more like a facelift. I would
Facelift.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the face. It looks good.
Yeah. I like the face. I liked it from the beginning. When I first saw it, I really didn't like, I don't know, just the profile of the car. Something didn't sit right. but after staring at it a little bit better, it might just be the wheels, but it looks like a Model S. But I feel like the more I stare at it, the more I like it. And like this one, I feel like Lexus in the past couple of years, despite their sales not being that great, their cars are extremely like high end.
Oh, look, it has BMW 3 Series taillights, which they got off the Lexus. Wow.
Yeah, so that's the only thing with this Lexus. It's the back end.
Yeah, the back end kind of sucks.
I like their previous back end better.
Looks better than BMW's.
Yeah. This one's got a bit of a little bangle butt going on above the taillights.
Yeah, and the interior has not changed.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah,
Does it still have that dumb mouse thing?
No,
Okay.
it has a touchpad now,
Right.
which I'm not sure is better.
Yeah.
No, the touchpad is basically the mouse thing.
It's just a touchpad now?
Yeah, it operates exactly the same.
Okay, so it sucks.
Why did they do? You need a wheel, dude, or like touch screen, easiest.
But like the interiors, I've always said like I think Lexus interiors are my favorite. It just looks really upscale and like the materials they use and like the finishes, like this brushed metal. Ooh,
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that. There's a little like crisscross pattern going on in the door leather that looks really, really unique.
Visually appealing, and besides the stupid mouse, buttons that need to be buttons are buttons, and things that don't need to be buttons aren't buttons.
I'm not always a fan of Lexus, the design of the interior, but quality wise, it's always good. It's always like materials are top notch.
So I don't know. I like it. It might be one of those things where it looks even better in
Dude,
person too.
the more I look at this car, the more I'm like, BMW just straight ripped off of them for their rear end, dude.
This just came out, so it should be for sale this upcoming fall.
Speaking of BMW, we missed this because our show hasn't been exactly on schedule these past few weeks. But the new 4 Series came out.
No, dude, no. Do we have to talk about it, dude? Honestly, dude.
And it came out with all the horror we expected.
I thought BMW would just troll, and then like they come out with a decent looking car. No, it looks like they're
doing it.
Nope. The
oh
big,
my god, dude.
massive nostrils are here and here to stay. I love in the press image they have
Looks like a fish.
They have the little license plate plastered in the front of it.
And you know what the worst part is? If it's not an M car, that's all fake. There's no actual intake. It's all just fucking plastic and shit.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. We roasted this already.
Yeah, but I found there's a guy named Xtomi Designs. We talked about him before. He does like renderings of things. He rendered this thing up.
Lamau?
He rendered a BMW 4 Series pickup truck.
Oh,
like a Holden.
shit.
What are those things called?
Utes. Utes. Dude, these kidney girls, man, I just can't do it anymore. Like, what is that?
Yeah, wide also.
Jeez. This is why SRT is the new M, dude.
Yeah, are American cars doing big, huge grills?
Nope,
Nah.
they're normal ass people. Dude.
Normal size grills?
That one like Camaro that got discontinued, I think.
Oh, see, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's why I said
Doesn't work
SRT is the new M, dude.
Yeah, so that's our news on the new 4 Series. It's ugly.
It looks like dog shit. And you know the worst part is all the owners on the F80 group, like everyone's like, oh, you know, a few of them were like, you know, I hated it at the beginning and then it's kind of growing on me. You know, I might consider it in the new M. And I'm like, this is exactly what I fucking said would happen. You shitters, these guys have no spine. They won't stand up for themselves and say, you know what, BMW, fuck you. I'm not buying your shit. And then BMW would be like, oh, dude, we fucked up. Maybe you shouldn't buy our shit. Yeah. No, but you know what? These idiots, these literally idiots, dude, they'll be like, oh, you got a new M? Shove it down my throat. Why don't you? Fucking
that's pretty
stupid,
bad.
dude. This is why I'm not buying a BMW next time.
Should we call it right now, like 1 to 2 year production run? And then
Before
if
they
it
change
goes-
it? Yeah. No, it'll
see.
be like what the next one's gonna be 2022 M. That's supposedly when it's coming out.
Yeah, we'll have to see though because you know it's a BMW.
And the bangle butt did live for a while, actually.
Yeah, people are gonna buy the crap out of it, and it's gonna look like that from like the base level 4 Series is gonna look like that.
Yeah.
People are gonna buy that.
It's fake. The fucking like you would think. All right, fine. Maybe at least the redeeming factor is great engine cooling and intake, right? No, it's fake as shit. That's not an intake. Well, some news regarding car brand that we all agree is kind of doing good things. Corvette, they spotted something. Supposedly, could be the new Z06 in testing. And the big news is it comes with a big wing.
Ooh.
It's got the wings of a bald eagle in the back.
Look at that shit. America, bitch. Literally America all up in your face. Because this is what you're going to be looking at when the Z06 is, beating you by...
In your Ferrari.
Yeah. They made this eagle-looking rear wing. Apparently, they're moving faster than usual and expected to go on sale in early 2021.
Wow.
Holy crap.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Ferrari is shitting brakes right now.
Dude, this is probably like how they have the 2LT, 3LT different versions? I'm guessing this is like the 3LT one with all the aerodynamic bits. Yeah, they said it resembles a bird of prey.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah. Interesting news related to everything that is happening currently in our world today. Some guy has created a Siri extension where if you just say HS, I don't want everybody's phone to go crazy, it will do 18 different actions. It'll immediately begin to record with your front-facing camera, so this is assuming that you have your phone on like a dashboard mount or something. Mm-hmm. It'll dim your phone to 0% brightness. It'll pause any of the music and whatever sounds you have in the background. It'll turn off Do Not Disturb, send your location to any of your emergency contacts. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, like if police officer doesn't like what you're recording, whatever, even though you're legally protected to do it, all the videos immediately backed up to your iCloud or your Dropbox account. So this is, with all that's going on, and police officers themselves have been asked about this, and a lot of them saying, hey, yeah, this is fantastic, and they don't see a problem with this. But if you want to...
cops punch in the air right now.
Exactly. It's pretty great, and it's been getting huge traction. So how do you download it? So it's an iOS shortcut, which is separate from Siri itself. So if you try to do it right now, it won't work. So you need to get the Shortcuts iOS app, download the I'm Getting Pulled Over shortcut in the app itself. Then you go into your settings, shortcuts, switch allowed untrusted shortcuts to on. And in the Shortcuts app, go to gallery, scroll down until you see that I'm Getting Pulled Over, tap add, and then select your emergency contacts to do it, and then you can test it out, and it'll do all of those actions. It is only for iOS right now. There's nothing for Android, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a pretty cool technology. I think the first time this thing was like put to light was on Reddit. Some guy just made it.
Yeah. That's really awesome.
Keeps police accountable.
Yeah.
And you safe.
Yeah. One last bit of news regarding Germans. New E63s, 2021. This is supposedly a facelift version. They look pretty damn good.
Ooh, look at that wagon.
Yeah, dude. Like, look at this.
I actually like the sedan more.
Really?
Yeah. I really like the C-Class, what they've done with the C-Class. So this is like a slightly bigger version.
Yeah, seriously. All of Mercedes cars are just carbon copies of one another.
Different sizes.
Enlarged.
Just enlarged, drag it.
I think this looks better than the last C63 sedan. Thank God it has a V8 still.
Ooh.
So that's good because there's a lot of news going around that, some people were saying it's going to be this one that they just unveiled that is going to come out with a 4-cylinder.
What?
Yeah.
I can't imagine an AMG without a V8. Like an AMG has like that distinct sound. It sounds just angry.
Apparently it's happening though. A lot of people thought it was going to be this one that just came out, but obviously it's not. So now everyone's thinking it might be the next one. So the big saving grace for this is it still has the fucking V8. So these will be coming out later this year as a 2021 model. Yeah. New Mercedes. Looks sick. Looks sick than the last one, for sure.
Cool. Looking forward to that. All right. And that is going to be our show for this week. As always, guys, you can check us out at thecurbsidepodcast.com. You'll find a Libsyn link there with all the links to all our different platforms like Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and whatnot. We also have a YouTube channel right now that has all of our YouTube stuff on it. You just have to Google it, search it up on YouTube.
Search it up.
Yeah. And you'll find us. Check it out. We have visual versions of this podcast on there if you are not watching it already, where you'll get to see all the things we're talking about with pictures, so you don't have to look them up yourself.
And go check out the Doug DeMuro interview from last week. We really had him on, so you can see on YouTube that we're not lying, because see him. So...
make sure to follow us on social media, on Twitter at Curbside Pod, on Facebook at the Curbside Podcast, and on Instagram at the Curbside Podcast. Hit us up with questions. We're almost at 100, so if you want to enter the giveaway, do it now.
And thank you to Kid Dope for the intro and outro to our show, Fast Cars and Wild Hearts.
As always, guys, my name is Jeff.
I'm Parth.
And I'm Andrew.
Remember, drive safe, and life is too short to drive boring cars.
Just a race to keep it fast.